This year's Survivor Series event saw plenty of things that no one was expecting. No one was expecting Monday Night Raw to win by a clean sweep over SmackDown Live. No one was expecting Daniel Bryan to put up as much of a fight as he did against Brock Lesnar. And definitely, no one was expecting Charlotte Flair to run over Ronda Rousey like in the truck manner that she did. My name is James at Wrestling Hub, and this is the reason why Charlotte Flair turned heel. While Charlotte's match with Rousey started off normally enough, things changed fast. Both women put on a display of their technical prowess, and when they faced each other in the beginning, but when Charlotte discovered that she couldn't put Ronda Rousey away, she grew frustrated. She desperately wanted to be the one to destroy Ronda Rousey, and things weren't going her way. As a result, she did the one thing that she could. She sacrificed the match, and actually decimated Rousey. She shattered a kendo stick on Rousey, beating her up, bruises showing all over her body, and when the first kendo stick was nothing more than fragments, she renewed the attack with a second kendo stick. As if that wasn't enough, after pushing the referees away, she hit Ronda Rousey with a natural selection on a steel chair, later using the very same chair to damage Rousey's throat. Fans were left in question. Why? Why did Charlotte Flair turn heel and devastate Rousey in the way she did? After all, going into this match, she was no more than Becky Lynch's replacement. She had no personal grudge against Rousey. There's a simple answer to all of this. When the Women's Revolution first went into full swing, one of the women leading the fray was none other than Charlotte. Her feuds with Sasha Banks was the best way anyone could see how far women's wrestling had changed over the years. For a large part of the time, she was the champion. When she came over on SmackDown, after a little delay, she was the champion once again. And who would she face at WrestleMania? None other than the undefeated Asuka. It is important to note that this was also the time that Ronda Rousey made her debut on Raw and WrestleMania. And what came next? She defeated Asuka and ended the terrifying undefeated streak. She then lost the title due to Carmella cashing in the Money in the Bank, but would get it back soon after. Finally, she lost the title to the extremely popular Becky Lynch, and when that happened, a part of Charlotte's confidence crumbled. She was being forced to see her title taken away from her by her best friend, who had turned her back on her. What was worse, the WWE Universe was actually supporting Becky Lynch. Then Becky kept the title and started talking smack. The two feuded over the next few days, and at Evolution, Becky Lynch successfully defended her title in a last woman standing match. Charlotte was well and truly defeated. However, when Becky was injured, she made amends with Charlotte and handpicked the Queen to replace her at Survivor Series. Here she was to face Ronda Rousey. Ever since Ronda Rousey had come back to WWE, talk of her eventually facing Charlotte in a huge match had floated around the WWE Universe. Here it looked like it was finally happening. So when Charlotte faced Rousey down, she hit her with everything she had. She tried the natural selection, the moonsault, and the figure eight. Nothing worked. Rousey was not losing. Charlotte then came to one horrible realization. For the first time in her life, she had come across a force she couldn't overcome. Nothing she was doing was going to put Rousey away, so she made the decision, the only one she could live with: beat Rousey by any means necessary. Out went the ideas of representing her brand. This was far more personal. For the first time, Charlotte was facing her own mortality, and it wasn't something that she took too kindly. She needed to win. That's who she was. She was a Flair. She didn't lose. She needed to prove that she could destroy anyone who came in front of her, and that's exactly what she did. She took out the frustration of losing to Lynch and not being able to beat Rousey in a single moment, and in doing so, she turned heel. Charlotte Flair turned heel not to beat Ronda Rousey, but to beat her own insecurities. What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments.